With the release of Sonic Frontiers being almost 3 years old now, which just hurts me inside to say because what the hell do you mean 3 years ago? Oh my god. The anticipation for the sequel is at an all-time high right now, and with the news in today's video, it seems that the news cycle for this game is starting to begin. So let's not waste any more time. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a look at the news at hand. Onto Twitter. We Sonic Rush 3D. So to start things off, we got a bit of old news right here, but it's still interesting nonetheless. So this is a quarter tree of the animation test that Sega put out where they're testing out using new technology for animations in their games or whatever. Does this mean that they're going to use UE5 for Frontiers 2? Okay then, that's interesting. And as you see right here, so far we have seen the development of the transformation shader technology, but in the end, it was decided not to include it in Sonic X Shadow Generations. This is because Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations use different game engines. The former uses Sega's proprietary Hedgehog Engine 1, the latter Hedgehog Engine 2. Another reason was that the user requested a HD version that was faithful to the original. Although it was not possible to implement it on a game console this time, it is believed that such work as preliminary research and searching for expression methods will definitely lead to a future output. We have already seen a glimpse of a part of the technology that makes us excited for the next game. So yeah, they are kind of saying that maybe they're going to be using a new engine for Sonic Frontiers 2 that utilizes this technology, which is of course Unreal Engine 5. Now personally, when I look at Sonic Racing Crossroads as opposed to like Sonic Frontiers and stuff like that, I feel like they can use Unreal Engine 5 properly sometimes, but a lot of the times it looks kind of crap. The easiest comparison here is obviously Kronos Island and White Space versus Shadow Generations is White Space and then Sonic Frontiers is Kronos Island, where Cross Worlds is Kronos Island looks absolutely abhorrent, but in all fairness, that's because like all the grass is gone and they were obviously trying to target the Switch 1 to actually run this engine on. So at the end of the day, I think the question isn't really which engine should they use, it's really just a matter of are they going to use the engine properly? Because it wouldn't matter if they had the best engine in the entire world or something. If they don't use it properly, it won't really matter what engine you're using. So if they're still going to downgrade every single version of a game just to run on the Switch 1, then I guess use Unreal Engine 5 honestly, because at the very least you get to use that new technology for the animation, which would be a big plus. So I guess I am on the side of using Unreal Engine 5, even though I don't think Hedgehog Engine 2 is really outdated just yet. I think it's a good engine that just hasn't reached its full potential yet, so we'll see with Frontiers 2 if they're going to use Hedgehog Engine 2 or go to UE5. But then here's some interesting development news on Shadow Generations, and you're probably wondering how this relates to Frontiers 2, but trust me, we're going to get there in a second. Sonic X Shadow Generations was planned in conjunction with the release of the movie Sonic X Shadow Tokyo Mission, aka Sonic Movie 3 in Japan. Due to development time constraints, it was decided to combine the remastered version of a past popular title with a new title featuring Shadow, who plays a central role in the movie. The development team consisted of approximately 150 people, including 70 designers, 30 planners, and 50 programmers, with a total of over 300 people involved. The total development period was approximately 2 years. So essentially 300 people worked on Sonic X Shadow Generations. And because of the fact that we know that Shadow Generations is basically a side game, not the entirety of Sonic Team on there, this must mean that Frontiers 2 is going to have even more than that on the development team for that game, which will be quite good actually. I mean, we saw how polished Shadow Generations was with 300 people on, so just imagine even more people on that for Frontiers 2. And with double the time as well. Yeah, Frontiers 2 isn't the most polished game in the series. I don't know what the hell they were doing over there, but it should be interesting to see. But now it's time for the juicy stuff. So here we have right here from Caramel Smoothie. The Game Awards is going to be fun this year, I think. Now you might be wondering, why is this person relevant? Well, somehow there is a group on Twitter that knows something about the insides of Sonic Team and whatever. I don't know how they got the information, but they just simply do, and Caramel Smoothie is one of them. And for him to be saying that the Game Awards is going to be interesting this year, well, what else could that possibly be if it's not Frontiers 2 at the Game Awards? And I mean, based on the leaks and just general brain power, I think that was kind of obvious because next year is the 35th anniversary, which will be 4 years after Sonic Frontiers, so I think it's safe to say Frontiers 2 is coming to a completion, but yeah, I mean, it's good for a bit of confirmation pretty much. So essentially in just 2 months, we'll have seen Frontiers 2 or know something major about it, which will it's actually kind of cool actually to think about. Then here we have some words from Takashi Iizuka from an interview. Now right here he's actually responding to somebody asking about Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remakes. Instead of using all that time and energy to remake a game that people have already experienced, we could make a brand new game instead. I think the team was really interested in taking that same amount of time and energy and effort to really bring a new experience to the players. In the same interview, he also mentions that modern technology allows Sonic Team to offer richer, more complex, more interesting worlds. It therefore stands to reason the next Sonic game will be precisely that, a new experience with a larger, more interesting game world. Now, before we start going crazy over this news, like, oh my god, it's gonna be a brand new experience, oh my god. Yeah, we've heard this literally every single Sonic game pre-release. Like, he said it with Forces, it will be a brand new experience. He said it with Frontiers, experience Sonic like never before, and now he's saying it for Frontiers too, so it's not really anything meaty in terms of actual words about the game. Izuku's just saying stuff. He just likes waffling, to be honest. I wouldn't take this as anything big, but it's certainly words about Frontiers too, so that's something. Rest in peace to the Sonic Adventure remix, by the way. Those things ain't ever happening. But now from Sega Informant, Sonic Team are currently hiring for a character designer and supervisor for the Sonic series. And here's the job listing right here. Sega Corporation, second business division, character designer, Sonic supervisor. Job description: you'll be responsible for creating and supervising graphic design, character illustrations, 3D models, etc., focusing on Sonic IP. Recruitment requirements: graphic design, character illustration creation skills, including tool skills, basic design knowledge, basic knowledge of the Sonic series, experience creating 3D character models using DCC tools. Now this is what I want to hear, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of don't care about anything for Frontiers 2 right now, except for a brand new model. That's the most thing I want to see right now. I want to see Sonic with a brand new 3D model, but then also a new 3D model with a refined design that isn't a Frontiers design again, because I think that kind of sucks. And for Sega to be recruiting people to actually get this job done, it's quite good news, to be honest. Though not gonna lie, I'm kind of concerned that they're only hiring for this right now. The game's probably gonna be coming out next year and they're only just now hiring people for this. Should that have been done like way before? But apparently my worries do not matter, because we have another person, a part of that Twitter Sonic Insider group right here, quote tweeting this tweet with 3 Mario icons. Obviously sat there thinking, yep, I know something that you fellas do not. Now I think we should have a little throwback right now and go back to some Kishimoto tweets from 2023. Thank you for your feedback. Also, thank you for translating it into Japanese. Regarding Sonic's model, I also think that there's a problem in adding direction. Your detailed feedback was very helpful. And then another tweet, thank you for your feedback. Thank you again for translating into Japanese. As you said, I think there are issues with the model and animation of the character Sonic, as well as its production. I will work on this in my next work. And yeah, Gotimoto clearly knows, because people have told him that there's problems with the current Sonic model and design. You're gonna need to do something about it, and Kishimoto has expressed interest 2 years ago that he wants to actually do something about it. Now this person called the _Yab says, guys, I'm sorry, but Kishimoto can't do anything. It's up to Sega if they'll change the model or not, because in the end, they're just mandates. And it's a valid point, because like, it's only Kishimoto, like, sure he can want, but that does unfortunately not mean he will get, is what I would say if I was a goddamn fool, because 2 people at the scene of the crime, Caramel Smoothie and Super Old, apparently saying that, yeah, no, you're wrong, Kishimoto, he can call some shots now. So it's seeming very likely that a new Sonic model is going to be appearing in Frontiers 2. Now we don't know what it's going to look like and how far they'll go with it, but at least we'll know it's going to be hopefully an improvement over the original Frontiers, and thank God for that, honestly, because I hate the Frontiers model so much now, especially in Sonic X Shadow Generations. It was so bad there, genuinely so bad. Awful. And then the final tweet of the video right here from, once again, Super_Ult. If my math is mathing correctly, and it's indeed intentional, then Crossworlds, you sly dog. And then he shows images of Steampunk City, Golden Temple, Rainbow Gardens, and then Blizzard Valley. Now what does this mean? Are we going to see these environments in Frontiers 2? Or do they have some sort of law relation or something? I have no idea. But clearly there is something going on here. Don't know exactly what, but there is something. Anyways, yeah, that about does it for today's video then. So yeah, Frontiers 2 is basically confirmed to be at the Game Awards with potentially a brand new Sonic model. And if Frontiers 2 does have a new 3D Sonic model, then I hope to God that the Game Awards trailer isn't just CGI like they always do. Please give us gameplay in there. Just anything. A small tidbit. Just show us a new model and say, yep, that's it. Because I just want confirmation and hope that, yes, that new model is in the game. I just want to see it, man. I literally just want to see it. That's all I want to know. But let me know your thoughts on this news. What do you think the new Sonic design is going to look like in Frontiers 2? Let me know down below. Love to see what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially that last one. Don't forget to become unleashed, pressing that join button down below. Remember, it's not necessary. And I will see you all next time. Peace.